What's up, y'all? Welcome to the channel. Today video about...
The other day, Kendra G pulled up to this particular podcast, a radio show called The Morning Hustle.
That's L'Oreal, whatever. The one that played and said Michael B. Jordan was corny when they was in school with him because they didn't understand the mission, and now they would delete situations just to get with a man like Michael B. Jordan. Just to give y'all a reminder.
On the Hustle Show, we got Michael B. Jordan, the director and the star of Creed 3. And, you know, we know each other. We go way back all the way to Chad Science in Newark, okay?
Oh, the corny kid, right?
No, I did not say that. Misquoted for sure. No, you did not hear me say I said we used to make fun of the name. But yeah, he is obviously killing things out here. How is the difference between you actually directing and working with the same people that you were directed with versus?
It was awesome. You know, it's a family vibe. Yeah. Last nine years of my life, I spent on the Creed films.
So see, that's her, y'all. Every time you see her, you're going to see her in different color hair. Yeah, and y'all know most women that wear extreme color hair like this are basically unhinged, unruly. Right. They're for real. They're like, you know what I mean? They march to the beat of their own drum, man. You know what I'm saying? So
shout out to them. They have 44,000 subscribers on YouTube, but unfortunately, that video only got 431 views.
Oh shit!
Yeah, as it appears, Kendra G is not bringing in the people, but that wasn't the real issue of this particular show. There came to a point where the brother asked Kendra G a very interesting question.
So what you looking for?
Here we go. I'm never looking. No, listen, let me hear something.
Pairing everybody else, so I'm gonna pair you up. Let's go.
So this is a very, very good question in my honest opinion. What are you looking for? What do you want from a man? I mean, since you're going around here matching up the entire world, right? And Kendra G says something that is very, very, very interesting.
It's never about Kendra trying to find a man. The man got to find Kendra. And I'm not easy. Here's the deal. I sit in a true seat of knowing my value and my worth. And I just feel like anyone that gets added on to me will be a blessed person because I'm a good woman.
You're not. Every day, all we hear you do is say on your dating show, leave it by the door. You say you don't cook. And you proud to say that. Man, ain't nobody.
You're not cooking.
You stop. Ain't nobody happy to find no Kendra G, man. Because when she take off the wig, oh my God, you look like Oprah in The Color Purple. Stop. You look just like her. So no, ain't nobody kicking their doors down to find no Kendra G, man.
She know that.
And she's in love with her money.
Oh God,
right.
She lusts over her money.
This a lot.
Clothes.
She knows her value. She knows her worth. A man has to pursue and find her because she's a blessed person. She's a good woman. She's an asset. She's going to pour in.
Yes.
All right. So let me just say this because I hear a lot of ladies saying this, and I'm just so old now. I don't really give a damn. You can say whatever the hell you feel.
Yeah.
If you feel you're the president of the United States,
we don't care no more.
That you own an African island. Who am I to tell you that you don't? All right, like honestly, you're entitled to your own opinion. But guys, let me classify this if I can, because this needs to be taken very seriously. You can know your value and your worth, and then the other people that you want to be around do not care about it. I'm so sick and tired of everybody saying they know your value, you know your worth, when the people that you want to be around don't acknowledge it. Yes, you can know your value and know your worth if you can have somebody rate it. For an example, if a property is worth a certain amount of money, well, what do? You go and you get a real estate person that can assess the value.
Yeah,
and you can assess the value in many different ways.
Exactly.
You can assess the value by neighborhood, by city, by how big the house is, okay? How much work needs to go into the house, renovations and the like. These are the things largely that we find when we talk about stuff like this. This is what happens, okay? This is largely what occurs. So when you go around saying you know your worth and you know your value, the problem is nobody can really rate that in the market. And if you know your value and you know your worth, and if you were really worth what you thought, then guess what would happen? You wouldn't be single. Largely, you're a person trying to hook up everybody else, but you know your value and your worth, and you can't find anybody. Make it make sense. Then here's what she says.
I don't believe marriage is the right thing for every human. And I don't know if marriage is the right thing.
Everybody say that when they know they're not getting it.
But to sign a document and have my assets attached to a person at
You'll
this
be-
moment
That's
in
how
time.
men be feeling.
No, listen,
yup.
that's what I'm saying.
That's
But
how men be
like
feeling.
it feels like if I was a man, every man will understand my conversation. It's just because I'm a woman, you're not used to a woman saying, no, I'm good. Because I'm going to
we
tell you
don't
right now,
care.
you can't marry me and things go sour and then you think you're going to get half of my money and be with another woman. Honey, you going to heaven.
So the reason that Kendra G
She's
doesn't want to
pathetic.
deal with anybody, guys,
Right.
is because she
Her
don't
money.
want all of her
She don't
money
wanna
and
lose
all
her
of
money.
assets to a guy. Now, this is interesting from a person that knows her value and knows your worth, or knows her worth, and because she's a good woman, she's an asset. Well, let me just tell you this. Any woman who's a good woman, who's an asset, is gonna bring a person for the most part. I mean, realistically, has a good chance of bringing a person, especially being in Kendra G's particular quote-unquote network. Kendra G now has a show with Oprah. Kendra G now is going to Invest Fest. She's been to Essence Fest. So you're not just dealing with the normal kind of guys. I mean, you worked at WGCI, the morning show
Yeah,
out
she
there
can't
in
get
Chicago
shit.
for years. You've been in that circle for a long time. A circle that most black women have zero access to. That's the
Yep.
most important thing. They have zero access to that circle. So people talk in high value circles. And I'm gonna tell you why that's important. Let's look what's going on right now with Carl Anthony Towns and Jordan Woods. He married her, okay? One of the reasons why he married her is because I would believe she has a lot of experience with dealing with rich people. She's not from the hood, okay? And gonna make $50 million a year. You might as well get a chick like Jordan Woods who you can trust, all right? When I listen to Kendra G, in my honest opinion, I can see that people, when they look at her, they don't value her at all. I don't know
At
what
all.
it is. Could it be the age?
At
Could
all.
it be the looks? I don't really think so. 'Cause
No, we'll tell you because you break your videos down very well, O'Shea. But this is this is where you need to be informed. It's she begged a Nigerian scammer by the name of Ashy Feets, and he had 8 separate names. And Tasha K put her out there. She said nothing to Tasha K, while striking and putting copyright claims out on smaller male YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Content creators. One still fighting in federal court soon with her. You know what I mean? And this is what she's an ugly person. Kevin tried to tell her while he was alive what it was. Here she is. So that's why, man, she's in love with her money. She probably lays money on the bed and literally rides it and
But
kisses
see,
it and humps
money
it.
is the only thing that made her happy.
Yep.
A man never gave her no happiness.
No.
Or made her feel happy.
Or can.
even thought about being happy. when
She wouldn't
was
even
in
let
that-
it.
Yeah,
she
when
was too
in
money
that-
driven.
In the presence of it, yeah, it was always money. Those
Yeah, money.
the large
money,
amounts of money,
money.
had her going to Paris and Italy and all these
Yeah.
other places. You know what I'm saying, that she's never been before, being able to twirl around and what she looks and deems
In
as
her little
fancy
Coco
dresses.
Chanel dress.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So, and she's in Beverly Hills, you know what I'm saying? It was all money.
But not in one of them places
Money.
all around the world you
Money.
see a man with her.
Right.
At all. Just like, not all.
So she looked at that as, well, she got all of that with just money, right?
Yep.
There was, like you said, no man around. So
Yep.
what she need one for?
But here's the most important thing before we get back into the video. Remember she said, Abby, goddamn, if a man leave with her money and go off with another woman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on. The field that she's in, she's around men that makes way more money than her.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't be worried about your little money, Kendra.
Right.
They make millions dollars, multi-million dollars a year.
So why she got one of them?
There you go. So if he leave, guess what? He damn near say, I'm giving you money
Exactly.
because I'm so rich. So stop. That's what I say. That just knocks her whole argument out right there.
Yeah.
Okay, forget the nigga that'll come up off of you.
Exactly.
What about the man that's not worried about your little scrums?
That will compliment your compliment.
They not wanting her because she ain't
Exactly.
speaking about them because
Yeah.
her man goes to the inferior ones.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
to think that a man would boom leave and then take her money, her man automatically goes to the ones that she think needs her, not to the ones that they see that is
Yeah,
already
she don't-
abundantly
she don't have a
wealthy.
roster of them.
Nope. I think she answered it without knowing.
Put
Right.
together, right? She's a good-looking
for
woman.
real.
You know,
Yep, her man went
but
right to the
she takes care of
the
herself.
Jadarians
that
and the
can't be the
Pookies.
reason. There are other reasons.
Take her
though,
money
which
and go
is
be with
Kendra
them.
G
Shay,
don't
why
have
don't
what
you
it
go
takes.
help her
So
out?
she
Yeah.
knows she's being
You said
rejected
she's
by
a
the men
good-looking
that she wants, and so
Help her,
now
you got
she's
money.
saying that the
Yeah,
guy has
she's
to
not
come and
good
choose
looking.
her. So wait a minute, is that what your dating platform is
Stop.
about? No, the guy has to come and choose you, but for your dating platform, they come looking for the man that they want. So how does that make sense? I mean, if somebody were to tell Kendra G that, look, I'm looking for a man, you know, but I want him to come to me, she was like, no, you need to come on to Kendra G's live and find you a man. But that doesn't apply to her. Let's get back to the idea. She's so concerned that if she deals with a man that has less money than her, he'll take the money. Then this question's asked.
What if he got more than you?
Thank you. There it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this. If a man has more than me, would y'all say more than likely he's going to want more than one woman?
See?
Yeah, he's coming in.
See? No, not everybody.
So why would
Nope.
I wanna, so why would you ask
See,
me to...
so here go what Kendra does. She puts a do not enter, a Mr. Yuck sticker at the end of everything. So when she explains it, it could be like, why would I pick this? Now she's about to say a man with money has multiple women. So now why would I want to be with those men when they have the picking of women? But then she plays the why would I want to be with the lesser men? Because then they're going to get money off of me if they decide to leave me. Well, no one ever said marriage, Kendra. They won't marry you, but no one's talking about marriage because we know you'll never get that. So why are you even talking about marriage? That's how you know right there. She puts the Mr. Yuck sticker at the end of everything so she can make herself feel better by answering shit like this. But the men with money's going to cheat.
need to be with a man
See?
that y'all will all think is going to have more than one woman.
I feel you. Listen, I've seen
Why
the
would I sign up for that?
I've seen the maturation.
See?
I want to say this really quickly.
See?
I've seen when you've been head over heels with somebody.
Oh, God.
I've seen when you've been done with somebody.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? I've
Thank
seen
you.
when you thought
Because he
that.
knows me for real, for real.
I've seen-
Yup, thank you. I seen when you was head
Yeah.
over heels. That was
And-
ashy feet.
Yeah.
Yup.
And the whole point of
Let's
to
take that back.
Whole point to that is I want
Yup.
to add to that. She said how she don't got time for that, right? So what man do you got time for then?
None.
Because if you're gonna start your sentence off with saying somewhere along the line, then you go into saying I need them to have this amount of X amount of money.
Yeah.
Then those are the category of men that you said that could have women doing anything they want for them. And you won't qualify for that man because why would you want to have a man to shop in that district that can have women doing anything they want for him?
So bottom line, there's no man on this planet that there it is.
So
Yup.
you just can't.
No, oh, we forget her money. There, yup, her money. Stop, yup. So just make a money man.
I feel you. Listen, I've seen the.
Why would I sign up for that?
I've seen
Got
the
her.
maturation. I want to say this really quickly. I've
Yup.
seen when you've been head over heels with somebody.
Oh, God.
I've seen
Yup.
when you've been done with somebody. You know what I'm saying? I've seen.
So
when
he know
thought
you
that-
He knows
cap.
me for real, for real.
I've seen when you thought this was going to be the one and all of that. You know what
Yup.
I mean? But so I like the maturation. I also remember the days where some of the things you're saying now, you may not have agreed with back then.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And I can say this. Shout out to Leon, who I did the morning show with.
She can't
who are
combat
married
him.
men Who used to tell me stuff all the time.
It's all the time.
My
Like,
show-
are you really thinking that way?
No, but let me tell you, maybe I was once the delusional women of the show that
You
would
still
call
are.
in because my show is my education form. People think like my show taught me everything I know for the last 6 years because I have interviewed people and now I actually know the real data. So now I'm really
No, she don't, y'all. It was with Kevin Samuels and the manosphere that women rejected was telling them all along. There's no data. It's called Red Pill and the manosphere because it ain't as popular in word no more.
Yeah.
They're still around, but no one calls it that no more, and no one. Yes, it is. They learned all of the talking points because this is what the manosphere and the Red Pill was saying. That these same things. When you get older, it's gonna be harder. Women, they can't find men that they want, and then they don't want the men that want them. Man, we've been telling y'all this for years. Stop. She has no data. This is once again called Red Pill and the manosphere.
Yep.
That's all.
in this and I do singles events, so I know in real time the ratio for the amount of man that is to describe that women want
No, you
opposed to
don't.
the amount of options he has.
Now this is interesting. So she's saying, why don't you get a guy with money?
Yeah.
Well, if I get a guy with money, then
gonna cheat.
that means I gotta be one of the multiple women. So why does it make sense to get with a guy with money?
Yeah.
So let's look at the catch-22
Do what he got with
that
that
she's
money.
put herself
Here we go.
in, right?
It's like the
And a
cowardly
lot
lion
of
right
ladies
there, so.
do this in the black community, in my honest opinion. Not all of them,
Yep.
but a lot of ladies do
Copium.
this. And what do they do, O'Shea? First of all, they say, a guy got to come find me. Or you're not worth my time.
Yep.
You're too broke to be dealing with me, all right? That's the first thing. So first of all, you got to come and find her. And if you're so lucky to be the right guy and you want to go further in a relationship, well then I can't really marry you because you might take the money that I have.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, so that's a broke guy, right? So if he's broke, you don't like him, but if
Cool.
he got money, he can stay with you, but he can't get a ring. So then what if he got money? Well, he got money, so then automatically he gonna cheat on me. So why would I put myself in that situation? Or what that shows me, number one, is Kendra G has low self-esteem.
Yep.
Very low. And I don't know if any guys have
very
really
low
witnessed
self-esteem.
that
That's
or-
why
or
she's so
understood that,
infatuated
but
with her
Kendra
money
G
and
is a
clothes.
low self-esteem
Yeah.
lady.
Yep.
And it's unfortunate. I'm going to tell
Yeah.
you why.
Yep.
Because anybody always going around talking about how they know they are worth, they understand what they have, they know
Yo,
this,
O'Shea, this
they
was a
know
great
that.
video
That's
breakdown.
a person with low
Give you that one.
self-esteem, guys. Anyone.
And
Yep.
guys, off the topic, but who does that remind you of that always talk about how much they're worth and how good they are and how great they are? Clarissa Shields.
Low
So
self-esteem. Another woman with
self-esteem.
low
So
self-esteem.
see,
Yep.
and so we see here that these females always do what now? They brag about how much money they got.
Yup.
They have no children.
Because they know they got that, and we can't contest that. Like, okay, they are in with their business, they do got that.
They have no children, and them in the dating department look scarcity.
Mm-hmm.
Even though she's with Papoose, Clarissa is still a look scarcity over there. Her track record is very
You're real skinny.
right, like Kendra's.
Yeah. And like you said, very low self-esteem.
We only hear about it. We don't really get to see too much
Nope.
data.
And that's why dude said, and that's why dude broke it down because
No.
he said, I got to see the madly in love with Kendra, the I'm done with this, I think I'm in love and get married, and we got to see that. He got to see that, and we seen it too. So that's why we know you just kept.
Right?
You got them eggs in the freezer for a reason still.
Yeah.
Not because you don't want a baby. Who freezes
For
their
a
eggs?
maybe baby.
Yes.
And you probably hoping to crack them eggs at 50.
Yeah, so she could. I told all of y'all I had one 10 years later than when y'all said it 35, 15 years later than when they said geriatric. I told y'all. Yeah, she's one of them.
Yeah.
Like, I told you so. I did it. I had that one friend that got pregnant at 41. No one ever said women can't. We just said the doctor said that, and life said that it was more dangerous. We never said it couldn't happen. If you believe in God, yo stupid stinking ass to have a baby at 65 then, if that's how it got. God said, right? I don't got no say.
Doesn't talk like
You
that.
could be menopause,
Any woman
everything, and
who's
still have a
sure
baby,
of
nigga, if God
herself
say so, right?
is gonna be able to compete and say, listen, I'm good enough. The man's not gonna cheat on me. A broke dude can cheat on you, right? Any woman who has confidence enough will say, I can get a high value man. The man is not gonna cheat on me. You're assuming that every guy is going to cheat that has money.
That's why she's
and you're
low
only
self-esteem.
doing that because you feel like you can't get that man to begin with, so you use that excuse to protect yourself. And you think that somebody is stupid. There are plenty of women all the time. These NBA players get married. You got Steph Curry, Aisha Curry. You got Karl Anthony Towns, Jordan Woods.
They don't
A
ain't
lot
not
of these guys are
cheating.
in the NBA. A lot of NBA players, NFL players who are married, stay faithful to their wives. One of the reasons why they do it is because it helps them have a longer career. They get the best sleep, they get recovery, they don't have off the field issues, they get better brand deals, they get another max contract. So there are men out there. It's just that the problem is, Kendra G, you're not a person appealing to those kind of men, and so you know it. So you can't marry the broke dude, you can't marry the rich dude. So, but you're a good person, you know your worth. If you know your worth so much, then why don't you be competitive? It's just like being a content creator. It's so many content creators online. Isn't that the case when Kendra G came online? YouTube is brutal. Only the top 1% of us make any real money. And Kendra G didn't have any problem competing on the platform. And YouTube has different rules, has different laws, but it didn't matter, right? And it's the same thing. And I would argue that because of Kendra G is who she is and the network that she has, the same network and pool that she started off on Instagram, on the Facebook, and on the YouTube is the same thing she would have with relationships. You would think. You know all the people. You have them on speed dial. You have all these networks. You mean to tell me none of these men want you? Because you don't believe in yourself when it comes to that. And the issue is this. So many women use that same talking points against black men as if black men are the problems. When largely, the real issue that we're talking about here is self-esteem issues. You got to get over that, Kendra.
Yeah, it's
all right?
her.
A lot of black
Her
men
self-esteem
also,
is
but
low.
we talk about black women. This is a thing.
Look, even L'Oreal, look at her, man. She has a yellow purse, blue hair. Like, look at this. Who's looking for a fucking lady with My Little Pony blue hair? Like, who's really looking for this? You'll help complete the canvas. Like, okay, you got blue hair. We're going to put a little white paint on your face. Like, yeah, we'll help complete the canvas, but that's it. No one's
all right. A lot of black
chasing
men
down
also,
the L'Oreal.
we talk about black women. This is a theme that we see with certain ladies. And then your insecurities, I'm gonna tell you what happens. It comes into your relationships, because just how she's saying a rich guy is gonna cheat, or a broke dude's gonna take her money, or a guy who makes less is gonna take her money if she's afraid to get married. All of those insecurities come into the relationship every day. Where are you going? You know, who you going with, all those things. And brothers don't want to put up with that. You know, we got to be honest. And the more these ladies talk, the more they expose themselves. They just do. The more people go on to these platforms and they talk and they interview, they give their positions on stuff, what they continue to do is to contradict themselves. And the more you contradict yourself, the more people don't take you that serious. Because it's largely very difficult to take somebody seriously who, like, whenever you see them, they're like talking shit. You know, like they're saying anything out of their mouth. Their whole stance is hypocritical. Like, even with Kendra G, you're helping people find relationships, yet you yourself exercise a different mechanism of getting a man than you tell your clients. I do not imagine you're gonna get YouTube help. Okay, imagine that. You come on to YouTube, you wanna get YouTube help, right? You see a YouTuber or a business coach and they are practicing something the opposite of what they're telling you. Can you trust that person? Hell no. You can never trust a person that goes opposite of what they teach everybody else. And this is largely what's happening with Kendra G. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Yoshi D Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk.
Yeah, I heard it, man. Y'all see what
It's
it is,
crazy
man.
work, man.
Sleazy, we call her Sleazy G.
Yeah, Kendra just, you know what I'm saying?
Sleazy G.
She always got a mouthful of something to say.
And nothing coming out but junk.
And her life, everything always remaining the same, except one thing changed a little bit of her weight. She's losing weight
because
in certain places.
she won't sit down.
Yeah.
And she's traveling, she's working with the Oprah doing over that. That's why, that's the only reason, because she's moving more.
Yeah.
She's not able to sit down like she was when she was just solely doing her single show.
Yeah, the YouTube,
yep.
yeah.
She's bouncing back and forth to doing things. So she's getting her steps in.
Yeah.
So she's losing weight that way.
Yeah. But other than that, man, like, Kendra gonna keep trying to be this love guru and with a flat resume.
Yeah, ain't that crazy? Flat purse resume. That's what they say, flat purse.
Yeah.
And she got a flat resume.
Right.
Her resume flat.
Yeah, ain't no motion on there.
Why does she?
No experience.
Look
no
at her
knowledge.
like. And then them wigs, like she
Just
think them be
surface.
it, them do not be it. So Kendra G, man, hold this fucking L,
She need to deal with something more realistic. Let us know your thoughts on this matter. Comment down below, like, share, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.
The Raw University.